All right, Mario, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to take the rest of the podcast now.
Oh, boy. So is everybody watching the podcast on Twitch at all right now?
Yes. I'll throw it up here.
Okay, get ready. Well, we're going to talk about Christmas time now. So, hello, everybody.
Oh.
Doing a little scene check. Hi.
Oh.
It's snowing.
Oh, I see you put it behind us now. It's
behind us. It was a better. It makes it look less terrifying.
Less jarring.
But I can put it in front of us too. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But it looks better, much better behind us, so that way we can enjoy the podcast. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Point in Progress special Christmas part of the episode where I'm going to go ahead and ask everyone a question, and we're all going to give ourselves some awesome memories here that I want to hear from everybody. So,
the dandruff is back.
The dandruff is back, which it looks like it's radioactive. Just don't touch it.
Why is it yellow?
Oh, no. Clifford the Big Red Dog is pissing in the air.
Oh, no.
Well, everyone, we are here because the 24th and the 25th is a special time for mostly religious people. But without that, who cares? It is about presents and spending time with your family. And even if you don't like your family, maybe you get presents. It's the found family. It's about all those things. But it's also about movies and music and family traditions. And that's what I'm going to be asking everybody about. The first thing I want to know from everybody is, what is your personal favorite Christmas movie that you go to and revisit every year or every now and then when you think of Christmas time? Now, Fiona, you brought this up already because you're already like on the marathon, but you're watching bad ones. Tell me a good one.
Oh my god. Okay, so there's two that come to mind that I watch every year. One of which is The Last Holiday, which has Queen Latifah in it. And I honestly really like that movie. It's a really great one. If you haven't watched it before, if you want something that's all about like empowerment and also just doing whatever the hell you want for an hour and 30 minutes, but actually it's a week. The quick synopsis, Queen Latifah's character thinks that she's going to die because she was given a diagnosis that she has a brain tumor. And so what she has decided to do, as someone who has lived her life completely safe, she's going to take her entire savings, go to this hotel in the Alps, and spend her last Christmas holiday there. And it is fun, hijinks and hilarity, and it's just really great. I honestly love that movie. And also The Holiday.
Yes, The Holiday.
The epitome.
What was the previous film called?
The Last Holiday.
And this one's called The Holiday?
Yeah,
This is called The Holiday.
You're going to get a lot of movies that are Christmas this.
Equal to The Last Holiday.
No.
And then the one before that's called The First Holiday.
Jesus.
No.
Terminal.
Oh my
No.
No. So this movie had Jude Law, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jack Black.
Oh, it's one of those films.
And okay, honestly, I'm gonna be straight up, probably one of the last fantastic Christmas films. Like the rest of them, like, yeah, there's Christmas movies that come out every year, but this one, just like, I watch this one every single year. Once again, quick synopsis. Two women are going through really difficult times in their lives. One of them just went through a breakup and needs a break because she is a director and does music and does the trailers for movies. And the other one is dealing with the fact that the guy that she's been seeing for the past 3 years is getting engaged, and she kind of knows that she's the other woman. And so they decide to go on a website where they switch their homes for the Christmas holidays, and it is absolutely fantastic. The score on that movie is phenomenal. Like, I listen to that score even when it's not Christmas time because it's not really Christmas-esque, which I really appreciate, because I find when you watch a Christmas movie, you're getting so bombarded with Christmas music and you're kind of surrounded by it for like a month. But this one, just like the actual, like, the entire thing is just magical, and I would highly recommend it. And it's a really good film as well. So I would actually really, really recommend it.
Yeah.
So those are my two.
I've seen the Holiday, and it's a really cute film for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Sly, what are some of your favorite holiday movies that you like to watch through this time of year?
Really, I feel like I don't like really revisit like holiday movies, with the exception of The Grinch, and the only Grinch that I accept is the animated.
Which animated?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Which animated? There's
The
there's
classic
the
one.
classic one. Okay. Because there's 3 of them.
That's the only one that's canon. I hate to break it to you. That's the only one I really revisit all that often.
Yeah.
I feel like I only ever watch Christmas movies when other people want to watch Christmas movies, and I think that's the only one I voluntarily watch.
What draws you to that film specifically? Or is it the music? Did you read this as a child?
It's I don't know, it's just comfortable.
Sure.
It's just the vibe, like the animation's solid, the story's solid, the music is great. It's just comfortable, and it's a tight 90, I think.
It's very quick. Yeah, you can get through that pretty fast.
It's short and sweet.
Do you have a
You're
memory?
just hanging out.
Like memory associated with it?
I, as a child, was very compulsive, and I watched that movie for 1 year from November to like March.
Oh my god!
And it was just my comfort movie for the year. So yeah, I don't know.
And then, so what is your apprehension between the Jim Carrey version? I'm just curious.
It's not comfy. It's not like there's too much going on.
It's almost a horror film.
It's overwhelming. What? It's overwhelming. That's all. That's what I'll say.
Oh, you love that movie, don't you?
I will defend that movie too. I really do enjoy that movie as well.
I'm not
really
saying
enjoy
it's a
that
bad
movie.
movie.
No,
I'm
yeah.
just saying it's not a movie for me.
No, I agree.
Oh,
I'm not
no,
gonna
for
talk
sure.
shit
Oh, we're not
about
talking.
it,
Yeah, that's fine. I just meant because there are people that don't like it, but I will say I think it's fine.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I think it's fine for the most part. Okay, Frank, what have you been up to in terms of holiday movies? What do you watch during this time?
Christmas with the Cranks on repeat.
Listen,
So
I
good.
watched
Such
that
a
movie
good
too.
movie.
I watched that tanning bed scene all the time. Got to see a leathery Tim Allen.
Hell yeah, dude! I love me some Tim Allen. I I'm one of those. I'm probably the vocal minority here, but I liked Home Improvement as a kid. Like,
I loved
it's
Home
probably
Improvement.
was good.
I think
was
Home
good.
Improvement, honestly, is what shaped me to be like who I am today, which is like I try to kind of make things
Sure.
Okay.
like out of
Yeah.
anything. Like I try to be like MacGyver almost now, where it's just like, hey, there's this problem
God,
I have
love
with this.
MacGyver.
Let me see if I can figure out how to make something like using things in my room to kind of do it. I've become a DIY guy
Sure.
with the 3D printing and all that. But yeah, I think Home Improvement probably did that. And Christmas of the Cranks has always been a movie I've watched even as a kid. It's just like it's a good ass movie. I love me some Tim Allen. But there is only one other movie
Okay.
on this list, on my list of holiday movies, other than obviously The Christmas Story. I think everybody here watches The Christmas Story on Christmas.
Yes.
Because it's kind of a tradition at that point. You throw on TBS, you leave it on in the background.
Yes.
Christmas Story is playing for 24 hours. I don't think Canada has that. Canada, do you not have TBS, by the way?
I
do. No.
I just don't like that movie.
I think over the years I've stopped liking it as well because it's kind of like it's already kind of played out
It's
for me
really
personally.
bad because it's like Lucas's family's favorite Christmas
Yeah.
film of all time, and I'm just like I don't like it.
Is
My-
this the same movie where it's depressing as fuck until the end?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. On purpose. On
That's why I
purpose.
don't
By the
get
way,
it.
Yeah.
did you guys know that Christmas Story has a sequel?
Yes. It's bad.
It Runs in the Family. It's called It Runs in the Family, and it's a sequel, literally like during the summer periods of like the Christmas Story of that family. Like it continues the
weird.
story. They like Ralphie is a little grown up.
yeah.
And I think there's even a third movie, but I could be wrong on that.
There's
one.
an actual Christmas sequel to it, but that actually has a bunch of weird send-offs. Actually, I said movie earlier, 8-Bit Christmas. It's just an updated version of the Christmas Story. It's the same plot, but instead of it being a gun, it's a Nintendo system. But they do the similar beats, but it's set in Chicago, and so like Marshall Fields is there, and like they talk about the weather, and they shit on like Wisconsin. It's so great, it's so good.
Yeah. But like, yeah, at least here, at least in the States, if you go to any Christmas party, there's a TV somewhere with TBS on it and Christmas Story. That's why I've said like it's generic and everybody kind of has seen Christmas Story.
Of course.
But there is one movie that I do like to throw on every now and again, just because I think personally it's the perfect holiday movie for me because I love me some action, and that is Die Hard 2.
Well, Resonator in the chat said Die Hard, so it kind of
Die Hard 1's a good movie.
They're both
I
Christmas
just
movies.
like Die Hard 2 a little bit better, personally. I think Die Hard 2 is so fucking dumb and wacky that I just love it as a Christmas movie. Die Hard 1's great. It's a little bit more serious, though, for a Christmas movie. You know what I mean? You could throw on Die Hard 2 and actually have a few laughs there.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
You're muted, Fee. You're muted,
You're
Fee.
muted, Fee.
Like, I understand, like, the Die Hard thing. I get it. But I'm, like, shaking my head mostly because the amount of times that I've been, like, I've watched a lot of Christmas movies this year, and I'm finding that if you want to be angsty in a Hallmark Christmas film, your favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard because I'm so original. So, like, I hate it. I can't, like, I'm
That's
so
the
sick of
Valley-
this.
I'm
that's
so
the Valley
fucking-
coming out right there. That's the
I
Valley
don't know if
coming
you've
out
seen.
right there.
Let me tell you something, Fee. You read me like a goddamn book. Did you see my Spotify rewind? Did you see what they gave me for my colors? It was motivation and angst. I don't know how that works together.
That reads you to filth. That sums you up so well. Oh my god.
It's motivation and angst. I'm like, how did those two work together?
I had hype and chill.
Nice.
Oh my god! I'm
Actually, let me see if I
gonna
can pull it up.
Mine was
But
emo
no,
something.
I just like it gets so annoying because I like the amount of time I probably honestly I can hands down probably say out of the multitude of films that I've watched recently, probably 3 to 4 of them said that it was always like the girl who thinks she's different is like my favorite Christmas film is Die Hard, and I'm like,
I do hate that.
The reason why people think Die Hard is a Christmas movie is because it's shot during Christmas.
and
Yeah.
the
Die Hard
soundtrack
2
is
very
Christmas.
specifically is during Christmas.
But the
honestly, one of
soundtrack's
my
at
favorite
Christmas.
episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the fact that
The Die Hard episode.
I think Brooklyn
got so
Nine-Nine
excited.
ruined that thing because Die Hard was one of my favorite things before Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and ever since Brooklyn Nine-Nine came out, it's become the joke for everybody.
It's
I'm
like
just
it's like the Hawkeye show. I'm not gonna watch that show unless it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like the thing was it was a joke because like there's an entire episode where they end up actually in a department store at Christmas time and they end up at a shootout because Gina wanted to grab some gifts, and so they end up and Gina wants to be a actual police officer the entire time, so she keeps on asking everyone for their gun and they're like, no Gina, we're not giving you our gun. It's just like them trying to deal with it, and that it's a whole thing. It's actually a fantastic episode if you've watched it before. But yeah, I got intense and kindness, by the way. That was my aura.
Intense and kindness, I can see that.
I can see
that.
that. I can definitely see the intenseness part.
I can see the kindness too, just by saying sorry for everything.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Harv.
Intense.
Harv, what is your favorite Christmas?
I got three. I got
Okay,
three.
Go for it.
This
There
is
we go.
mainly going back to because my parents don't. Our family doesn't do Christmas. We don't do gifts. We don't do tree. This is the first tree I've ever had in my house before. Was this year, and I did it myself. I usually go to my friend's house to do like Christmas dinner. They have the tree and all that kind of stuff, that kind of type thing. And I have 3. One is Nightmare Before Christmas. Fucking love that film. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a double dip film. It's a double dip film.
Double dip.
You can do it at Halloween. You can do it at Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Right.
Fiona's furious.
Yeah.
Is it Die Hard?
No. Number 2 is Elf.
Okay,
Well,
I was
Elf's a
gonna
good
say,
movie.
I wanted to go back and say, like, I wanted to add Elf to my list because I
Yeah.
fucking love Elf.
Great film. Great film. If you haven't watched Elf, you guys need to stop. No. Pause the podcast. Watch
no,
it.
don't pause
and
the
then come back.
podcast.
Don't
No,
do
that's how
that.
People to
That's how
leave.
good. That's how good Elf is. Okay, that's
I
how good Elf
agree.
is.
Honestly, I agree. Like Elf is like honestly probably one of my and I know I said 2 other films, probably one of my favorite like Christmas films of all time.
Yeah.
And don't tell
And
people
it's got
to leave.
the up and comer Zoe Deschanel that's in it also, which she's great.
I had the hugest crush on Zoe Deschanel.
I think everybody did.
I
Mark.
think you
Don't
have
worry about
a
it.
crush on everybody.
Listen,
No,
if you
and
look
no,
like
Zoe Deschanel is a whole different. I feel like everybody had a crush on Zoe.
I'm talking to
I
Mario.
had a
here.
crush on Zoe Deschanel. I still
Oh my
do.
God.
Yeah.
What,
God.
what are you talking about?
I mean, if you're a Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci, or Zoe Deschanel, I had a crush on you.
Also, a shout out to Zoe Deschanel and her bandmate.
She and Him?
Their band, yeah, She and Him.
Yeah.
Great Christmas album that they
Great
made
Christmas
last year.
album.
Awesome Christmas album, and just great albums in general.
Yes.
Number 3 is Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Those
Okay.
it's just it is just a film.
That's
I
wild.
haven't seen
Carrey is-
Jim Carrey's Grinch in a long time.
Jim Carrey, I just love Jim Carrey. That's really what it comes down to. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
I
his
think-
movies are fun. They're good, and like just the way that he presents himself in his movies and stuff like that. He's Canadian, which is great too.
Yeah.
There's
There's a fantastic TikToker. I forgot what her name was, but she does Ronald Weasley's mother so perfectly. She does Voldemort great, but she also has a mean Grinch, and she's perfect. She just walks down the middle of normal streets and has like green things on her fingers and just reenacts scenes from that movie. And she is pitch perfect, and she's wonderful. Definitely seek that out.
But I do this. I try to be the Grinch, but my face doesn't go that way.
I can.
Also, Frank, we're gonna probably be doing an impromptu
Can't do it.
watch of The Grinch and Elf on Monday on the Discord.
Can we watch
because-
Christmas with the Cranks as well?
Okay, we can watch Christmas with the Cranks as well. We can have.
Guys,
a
we don't have that
Christmas
much
movie-
time. What the fuck? Where's this time coming
What do you
from?
mean? I have next week
Days
off.
off. Days off.
Yeah, I'm unemployed.
Well, all right.
Again.
What am I supposed to do?
I guess I am off next week too.
Let me just boot off until we do MSQ again. Let me just
Yeah,
turn off the
turn off.
switch.
Unplug the
He
Matrix.
just like goes.
I also.
Fee's not real. Fee's our AI android that we
Oh my
developed.
god.
You guys fucked up then.
Yeah, we gotta fix a lot of bugs. We got a lot of bugs to fix.
To be fair, it was developed in Japan, so I mean,
I have 3 as well.
that explains a lot of anime. That explains the anime part.
Oh fuck.
I have 3 favorite Christmas movies, and I'm happy about all these answers because they're all different and specific to each other, and I think that's really cool. And I have 3 different ones too, so I think that's really awesome. The first one I think I mentioned earlier, Christmas Vacation, is the thing I'll watch every damn Christmas because it is hilarious. It is a National Lampoon's movie. It is a sequel
Yep.
to National Lampoon's Vacation. It stars Chevy Chase and the troupe there, and it is a blast. If you want to see what a Chicago Christmas is like, that is the movie, and it is spot on, 100%. One of the funniest movies I've
We
ever
can't
seen
say
for
that,
Christmas.
can we?
What?
Fee. Where we can't like a lot of people say, man, like a Chicago Christmas, a fucking New York Christmas.
Yeah, it's very different here in Chicago. Chicago
And, like,
Christmas is like
Well, all the
I
movies
can't
are
say,
shot
like,
in Canada.
Oh man, have a Vancouver Christmas.
Unfortunately,
that's weird.
what is that? Just lathering yourself in maple syrup and going outside and making snow angels?
That's the Canadians. That's the Canadians.
Most movies are shot in Vancouver, so you could say all the movies are Vancouver Christmases.
I mean, true in a way. We owe a lot of our Christmas to you guys.
But you know what I mean, right, Mario? Or
I
Fee,
agree.
You know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
the
what you mean.
problem is there technically is for Nova Scotia because a certain show was recorded here and they had an episode, like a few Christmas episodes, which is the Trailer Park Boys.
Hell yeah! Yes,
No, you can't. You can't say that. You
yes.
can't
It's
say
true though.
Yeah.
Like Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian are your national treasures. You have to realize that. And Mr. Leahy, R.I.P. Mr. Leahy. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas
I'm
Vacation,
just
great
saying-
film.
that. When you see something, you can't just say that is a Nova Scotian Christmas. You can't say that. When something goes, when something is, you can't. You can't.
For Trailer Park Boys.
Trailer Park Boys, that's a Canadian Christmas. That's not a Nova Scotian Christmas.
Sly,
That's
can you
just
say
straight
that's
up
a
Canada.
that's a Wyoming
All
Christmas?
together.
That's a
I'm sorry,
Washington
it's
Christmas.
recorded like 10
It
minutes
doesn't matter
from
where
you.
it doesn't matter where it was recorded. When
Oh
it
my
when,
God.
when it's like
I'm
saying
gonna
it's,
say this straight up because you guys out west constantly say that we're not Canadians, and you guys are
no,
like,
I've
shut
never
up.
said that.
Like,
I've never said that.
I'm just saying.
You guys are Canadian. You guys are on the wrong side of Canada, but you guys are still Canadian. You're too far away, Fee. You're too far away. You need to come to the East Coast a little bit more.
My second movie
The East Coast. What am I supposed to do?
is
You're too
movie.
east. You're too east.
Let
Is
me go
movie-
walk. Let me go walk 5 minutes down to the fucking Halifax Basin and sweep myself out into the harbor. That's east.
Are you gonna be 3 hours away or 4 hours away when you do that?
Who knows? With the undertows, I could be 10 hours away at this point.
The second movie I like is Scrooge, starring Bill Murray.
Nice.
which is obviously a retelling of the Scrooge story told from dickhead Bill Murray, and it's so great. It's one of the funniest. If you've never seen this movie, it is the funniest. It's one of the funny. It's again, these are just hilarious comedy Christmas movies that are just dark and fun. And if you want to see Bill Murray change his attitude over, of course, of meeting three ghosts, there you go. That movie exists, and it's also terrifying as well. Very existential and scary. But of course, the number one Christmas movie that no one has said yet,
Jupiter's Ascending.
Jupiter's Ascending. Clearly, it is Jingle All the Way. And
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Jingle All the Way is good.
Jingle All the Way is so good. And obviously, I finally have a Turbo Man. Thank you so much to the homie out there that got to be Ferguson. Thank you. And
That is good.
yeah, I've loved it ever since I was a kid. I actually had a crush on a girl named Crystal Gonzalez. I'm just gonna name drop her.
Oh, you had a crush on somebody. That's new.
And her father owned the Toy
You just name dropped so casually.
Listen, this is a 20-year-old crush. There's no way she's gonna remember this.
Is this a Chicago? Is this a Chicago crush? Or
This is a
an
Chicago
American
crush.
And we just name all of our crushes.
Just name all the crushes. Cassie Alamanza. Anyways,
Fucking just give her address.
Jesus
Honey
Christ.
Shortino. These are
Get a
real
social?
people. These are real people. Yes, I do have it. Anyways, her father.
I think we destroyed
killed
Mario.
I didn't know we were doing three movies, so I have one more whenever you're done.
My father owned a toy store, and he
Oh no.
had a real Turbo Man, and I was very jealous. And that's how that story ends. Please watch Jingle All the Way. It's fantastic.
Is that it? Are you
That's the
dying?
story.
One thing I will also say is like when people say they have Christmas in like California and stuff, that's not real Christmas, guys.
It's not real Christmas. If it
not
doesn't
real
have
Christmas.
snow, if it doesn't
you
have
gotta have
turkey and ham,
You gotta have snow.
it's not real Christmas.
You gotta have snow.
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
Or
What was your
Come
third
to
one,
the-
Frank?
come to the East Coast where we actually have real snow.
Did you have a third one? Because I'm going to move on to the next question. Do you have a third one?
I do have one more Christmas movie. I didn't know we were doing three.
You can do whatever I said.
I know-
If your favorite
Yeah,
ones.
I just picked three just in general.
Yeah.
I have one more Christmas movie, and I feel like nobody ever talks about it because of just the person who made it is very memed on nowadays.
Sure.
He's like the Nickelback of comedians. But I have a very big soft spot for Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy
Oh,
Nights.
no. Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah.
That movie somehow makes me actually tear up, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
Where like
It's a
the
Hanukkah
big
movie, but,
revelations
it
happen and
counts.
everything like that. It's a very like growing up with somebody, growing up with like a father figure who was very alcoholic. It definitely hits home a lot of different things. You know what I mean? But that movie is top fucking notch. It's a musical too.
Yes,
It's just hilarious.
it is.
It's a fucking musical, and I don't like musicals. I can't stand musicals, but I love this one and Sweeney Todd. Those are the only two I'm actually
You love
like.
La La Land. Fuck you.
I like La La Land, but I don't really like go watch musicals.
Fair
you know what
enough,
I mean?
fair enough.
Yeah.
It is an honorary Christmas movie, even though it is about Hanukkah. It is an honorary Christmas movie, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. We're taking it back. We're stealing it, as we
We're
do.
stealing Hanukkah.
As the Catholics do. Sophia actually kept dipping into this, and this is the second thing I wanted to bring up was, is there a memorable episode of a television show that you love that had a Christmas theme around it? Has there been anything that any of you that had something that you had a special theme around Christmas? Sly, do you have anything? Is there a 911 Christmas episode that you love?
There are multiple 911 Christmas.
Tell me about- this is your
episodes. I
time.
will have you know, the one this year was very heartbreaking.
Oh no.
There was a big dramatic info drop at the end of the season's Christmas episode. That was fun. I think last year was the year that they did a big holiday party at the station
Okay.
because they were like working on Christmas Day, and they invited all the like family and like foster teens and whatever. So I think last year's was like this big like celebration. It was really happy. That was pretty solid. There's lots of 911 Christmas episodes. Yeah.
Is there any other shows that you love, like a specific Christmas themed episode, or do you is pretty much 911 your
Off
shit?
the top of my head, you did not give us these.
No,
questions
of course
ahead
not.
time
Of course
for us
not.
to prep.
This is why you're supposed to have favorites in life. All right. That's fine.
I'll say Leverage had a Christmas episode, and that was pretty fun. I'll shout out to the Leverage Christmas episode. I don't remember what it's called, but it was really good. There was lots of Santas, stealing money party.
All right. I'm gonna go with Fee next, but I'm gonna go first so no one steals it. The Ted Lasso Christmas episode is fucking awesome, and I love it so much. It is so goddamn good. Okay, Fee, go ahead.
Oh my god. I mean, all of the Office episode, like Christmas episodes, all have a special place in my heart. From the White Elephant episode to the Moroccan theme Christmas. Yeah, that was, and then there was the like really great Christmas episode where like, God, poor Pam. So without any context, it goes from like the best Christmas party ever to sexy Christmas, which was so there was just like a lot of things there that were great. Another one, I know it's technically it's a TV show, but in the same aspect, it was like its own special, which was the Charlie Brown Christmas special, because that one I always like remember as as a kid, because that was something I got to share with my grandparents, my mom, as well as my sister and I, because they were like, that came out when my mom was a kid. And so I got to enjoy that particular show and episodes with her, which was really nice. But yeah, like honestly, like I really enjoy things like I think Community had a few that were really funny. Yeah, Community had some really great ones. But yeah, I would probably have to say The Office and Charlie Brown for sure.
Yeah, I've had some memories of one-off specials. Like there was they're based off of a news like comic book newspaper comic book. I forget what they're called, but they're like a family. I'm not sure what it was, but they did a special where like their dead grandfather or something like came back as a ghost and like helped them through Christmas. It was weird, but I remember that was something I've watched several times. Frank, if I had to guess yours, would it be the Christmas episode of the Batman animated series?
No, it is an episode of a TV show we've both seen called To Save Us All from Satan's Power. And that is an episode from The Sopranos where Furio throws a fucking dude through a Christmas display. And The Sopranos have a very Merry Christmas at the end.
I forgot, yes.
I'll be honest with you. That's the only thing recently that comes up in my head because we've seen that recently. I'm not a very big like Christmas episode dude. Like I don't really remember or retain a lot of the Christmas episodes from TV shows because I tend to watch these shows out of season anyway.
Sure.
So when the Christmas episode comes up, you're like, oh, this is the Christmas episode. This must have aired in December, and I'm watching it in July. So I don't really ever retain those, but I do definitely remember the Christmas episode of Sopranos, and I thought it was freaking hilarious. But that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
No, that's fine. Harv, anything that comes to mind? I know that
well, Charlie Brown, that Fee already kind of touched on that for sure when I was growing up with Friends and stuff like that. And the other one would be Friends growing up.
Oh, okay.
Because they had a lot of Christmas episodes for that. The two that really kind of put two and two together for me are the Thanksgiving episodes and the Christmas episodes. I feel like they could kind of be together because they kind of treated them the same way.
Yeah.
Where it was like, the reason why I like those episodes is because it wasn't about like them going out and doing crazy shit. It was about the ensemble and them being together in one place and them having a storyline like that. And it just felt very like familiar because like for Christmas, for us in general, for Christmas was getting family together. And there was like 7 or 8 families under one roof, just shooting the shit and just having a good time, having some drinks and just, you know, just talking. Right? We haven't done that in like 2 or 3 years now, but like it used to be that. We all used to get together, play board games, play all these kind of different things, have some drinks, and just chill. And that's what Friends kind of reminds me of a lot when it came to like the Thanksgiving episodes and when it came to the Christmas episodes a lot. Gotcha. So that's why that kind of rings a bell for me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have seen enough different specials throughout my years. But yeah, I think these are all interesting ones that I actually have not considered. I didn't even think of Friends, and obviously they've possibly had specials together. I'm sure also Gilmore Girls probably has a special or two when it comes to Christmas stuff. I think lastly, I really just want to talk about just if anyone has any specific traditions that they remember doing or still do to this day that they don't mind bringing up. I don't know, Frank. What do you have anything with your family that you spend, or is it sort of, do you not? Is it sort of like you so far away from your childhood that you don't do them anymore?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of just like we used to go all hang out as a family. That kind of changed when my grandparents moved to Texas, and now with COVID, I mean they're back here in Chicago, so it's not like we can't do it. It's just like there's no point to do it because everybody's sick. Everybody lives so far away from each other now.
Yeah.
In terms of like at home family, not really. I mean, we typically celebrate a very small Christmas here. Keep in mind, like I'm not a Christian person.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'll joke and say like I am. I'm not. Technically, I'm probably more pagan than anything. Like out of any of the things. No, legitimately, yeah. No, my mother is legitimately a pagan. Like she's like delved into Wiccan stuff and all that. Like she's like hardcore, like old school, like that type of person. My dad, he says he's Christian. I don't believe him. I am definitely. I do agree with a lot of like the pagan traditions. Like we used to celebrate Yule, which is like an old pagan holiday and stuff like that. Like during the Christmas time and stuff like that, in those kind of ways. But like other than that, I mean, like. Not really. I mean, I'm more nowadays. I'm more atheist than anything. Like I don't really care about religion. So Christmas doesn't really do much for me, other than just obviously bringing family together.
Yeah,
and that's where Christmas shines for me. I don't care about the presents. I really don't care about the music or anything like that. I just like seeing people come together and enjoy time being together. Which is no different from Thanksgiving, but it's like it's like Thanksgiving part 2 to me.
Gotcha. I got 2 stories. I'm going to tell one now. I'm going to tell one at the very end because they're a doozy. The first one I'm going to tell is usually when it snows here in Chicago, and sometimes it snows really heavily and it's awesome. When we were kids, we would gather and go to northern Illinois near Aurora, and they used to have like giant hills near my uncle's house, and so we would sled. We would go down sleds, and we'd go down these giant hills, and it's awesome. Which, by the way, if you watch Christmas Vacation, there's a great scene where he does exactly that. One year, I decided to bring a snowboard with me, and I was going to try and snowboard, and I never did. I never got on the actual board. But one time, at the very top of the hill, I decided to lay on it. Now, I'm a big guy, and the snowboard's very small, and it goes real fast. But not only was I laying on it, I had my cousin sit on top of me. We were going to go slide down. I'm headfirst going down. The snowboard spins, and I don't know what direction we're going. And we're going fast down this hill. And there's, to walk up the hill, you have to hold a rail to climb yourself up to the hill. And since I was spent this way, looking upwards as we're sliding down the hill, we turned sideways, and my neck smashed deep into the rail. And that, you muted, by the way, Fee. That stopped all those traditions going forward because Mario decided to be dumb and tried to almost decapitate himself while riding down the sled. So enjoy that story. Fiona, you have any traditions?
I will not enjoy.
Fiona,
thank you for sharing.
Do you have any traditions where you almost die during Christmas?
No.
Thank you for being completely silent through all of that, everybody.
No, I wasn't silent, but apparently it was muted. So that's added layer to it because I was just in shock. Like, what the fuck? No, I don't have any that I've died or nearly died during. Yeah, I've died and gone during Christmas. No. That's a start of a film of some sort. So traditions. For the most part, like when I was a kid, We used to like we wouldn't be allowed to like open up any gifts until everyone in my household was awake. And so it would just be like my sister and I, and then sometimes my mom, but usually like my grandfather was like one of the first people up. And then we'd have to have breakfast. Like we'd always have like French toast and sometimes toaster strudel because I was, for some context, I wasn't allowed having like toaster strudel for the majority of the year. Never like I was not a fan of Pop Tarts because I missed that entire like age where people like get the nostalgia feel from Pop Tarts. I just think it's like frosted covered cardboard for the most part.
Agreed.
I
And so
mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I just get zero enjoyment from it.
Sometimes you just like. Sometimes you just want some cardboard in your mouth. You know.
Yeah, sometimes you just want that like double ply, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, we used to like that, and then during Christmas dinner, we never had turkey because my family is not a turkey family. So it was really weird, like growing up and then like spending time with other people's families during Christmas and just having like turkey because it's very weird for me. Like I didn't really have turkey growing up, mostly because my family just didn't like it. And so we'd have like a pot roast and stuff like that. But yeah, that was essentially like what we do for Christmas. And then we would decorate the tree like 2 weeks beforehand. And then yeah, it was fun.
Slide.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll side note, I grew up in a very Christian household, so I used to be a part of the Christmas play each year, and we'd have to like go to rehearsals. And I remember like one of the things was like we'd always have like a pizza party during like the final rehearsal. And it never made any sense to me because one of the girls said that she was allergic to cheese, but she always had garlic fingers as her alternative. Like she was the only person who could. She had regular garlic fingers. That's cheesier than anything else. What
I was
the
gonna
fuck are
say
you-
that's pretty much what garlic fingers are. It's just
Yeah,
cheesy
garlic
Yeah.
garlic.
fingers like at least 45% cheese.
Yeah, essentially
More
that.
baby.
So it just never made any sense to me. But no, I was a part of all that, and I did like the Christmas play.
Garlic
and-
fingers are like 45% cheese, 40% fucking dough, and then 5% garlic.
Yeah,
Oh my
there's like
God.
barely any garlic in actually garlic fingers.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, it was a entertaining time to say the least. I don't do too much now. Like I go visit family during Christmas, but it's definitely different than when I was a kid.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sly, do you have any current traditions that you do with your family or stuff you've done before?
Yeah, I mean, with like college and stuff, it's been kind of ever changing over the past couple years, but we always try to do Christmas Eve service. Growing up, the closest I'm Lutheran for context, so the closest Lutheran church is a little German church in the town over, and it doesn't hold regular services. It's like once a month because it's a historic building. But they always do Christmas Eve service, and it's a German Lutheran church, so they always read all the passages were read in German, and then we do a couple hymns in English, a couple hymns in German, and that's always fun. And then we do Christmas Eve dinner. Christmas Day, we would always do like a big breakfast, like egg sauce and English muffins and just like a bunch of extravagant food. And we'd always do stockings before food or while making food. And then afternoons, all the people with kids would come over usually and do presents with all the kids that were in the area. But yeah, I most of like my like Christmas holiday memories are usually tied up. I was a dancer in my life, so we had a big Christmas recital. And I have strong feelings about the ballet world and Christmas and Nutcracker, which I need to write out all my feelings on the industry of the Nutcracker at some point. I keep talking about it. Haven't done it yet, but eventually I should do that because I have strong feelings about the Nutcracker and they're not positive. And I want that to exist in some form somewhere. But yeah, I it's weird for me talking about Christmas in general because it's so commercialized, because it's so like normalized as a general holiday compared to, you know, it being rooted as a religious holiday. And so I don't have any strong feelings or connections to the industry of Christmas or the general holiday of Christmas. It's always
Oh, the
been
Coca-Cola can with the
more
polar
religious
bears.
for me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, that's fair.
But yeah, it's time.
All right, how about yourself?
So I'm Sikh. We don't do Christmas.
Yeah.
We don't do any of that present stuff. Well, no, I guess say present. Present stuff is my family. That's just my family in general. We just don't do presents. I don't know why. I don't know why we don't do it, but you know what? In the long run, it worked out honestly because I don't have to spend money on presents. I'm really happy about that. And nobody needs to spend money on me for presents, so I'm happy about that too. But the consensus in our family was when the Christmas break is coming up, it's just like an excuse to get everybody together. That's really what it was. It's not like we celebrate Christmas. It's like we have 5 days that everybody can meet at a particular place, either it being where my parents live or where we live now. Everybody can come here and we can all be in one house.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have Christmases that were like 13, 14 families in one house. It was like 70 people in one house of us just like sitting around, drinking, playing board games, and just talking the entire time. And it was just it felt really kind of like because like a lot of Christmas stuff is about family, and like it felt really kind of like that. It was kind of like all of us getting together and just hanging out as family. As years progress, it's a little bit harder. Now it's a little bit harder because of COVID and all that kind of stuff, and families have gotten bigger. They can't travel as much. Like they've had kids and all that kind of stuff too, so it's a little bit tougher to get everybody together. But we have this long-standing thing that we've been doing for the last 2 years, where me and my cousins, there's about 9 of us, we get together every month, and we're doing the same thing this year, where we're gonna get together for Christmas or like for I think it's like Christmas Eve, where we're just going to just hang out and just just hang out, just like a regular day, and just kind of spend it with family. So that's kind of like what we do for Christmas. This year, I'm going over to Reagan's house, friend of the show. She invited me for Christmas. I'm gonna go over there to meet her family and just kind of chill over there and spend it over there. So because I've always spent it with
Reagan.
friends. Yeah, I've always spent it with friends and stuff like that because my parents don't make a big deal out of it for the last like 4 or 5 years. So I've always went to my friend's house and like one of my best friends, his mom makes an entire turkey dinner and stuff like that during Christmas, and so there's like 15 of us in this one table and we all just kind of chill and just talk shit and that kind of type thing. And then during that time there's always like some sort of thing happening, like a basketball game, which is a huge thing. If people know sports, on the 25th there's usually 4 games that are on during the day, and it's always the NBA, and they have like the biggest 4 games of the year, and they're always on Christmas Day. So it starts at 9 a.m. and then you just watch sports until like fucking 5 p.m. And it's just so much fun where everybody just get around and just watch sports.
No, that's awesome. No, I love that you're able to have, sort of like everyone has their amalgamation of what Christmas is, even if it's religious or not, and be able to have little celebrations with friends or family. And I think that's really cool. I guess the last real major story, the story basically for my family, it generally is usually every Christmas, either they come here or we go there, and everyone gathers. There's 4 sets of family. And we all just get together, spend time with each other, eat Italian food because it's the Italian side of the family. And the kids at the time, it would be like if they're over here, well, I'm hooking up the Xbox and we're playing Halo 3.
Yeah.
Or we're playing Gears of War. Or back in the day, it was we were playing Dreamcast and we're going to play the Spawn game. Or we're going to play Nintendo 64. We're going to play, Mario Kart or something like that. So that's always been like the continual through line. And I feel like this is going to be the first year where, everyone's older now, and some of us have kids, and some of us are police officers and doing our own thing, and that tradition is no longer going to be there, but those memories will always be there as part of history going forward. And I think that is something that I will hold on to dearly as just memories. And this is why River Christmas films specifically, because they're just forever encased in that movie. they're almost like memories themselves. So that's why I enjoy them quite a bit.
It's weird to see like us. I remember like 10 years ago, us playing like when people came over, we used to do NHL tournaments, right? Like NHL 2K, whatever it was. We used to have tournaments in that. We used to play like Halo and stuff like that together. And now when now at this time, my cousins have kids that are doing that themselves now. So when they come over, we hook up the PlayStation and stuff like that for them, and they're doing it while we're standing there like fucking like uncles drinking our drink and be like, man, I used to remember the days where we used to do this shit.
Yeah, now I'm in the age where I'm like, I'm gonna get drunk with my uncles, or I'm gonna get drunk with the other adults, and then the little kids are gonna be the ones that are gonna be playing it. And I never thought that was gonna happen, but here it is. As we grow sadly older. But the last little thing I'll leave you is, I was also in a pageant, and since I was a big kid, they were like, hey, let's put this kid in white joggers and a white big ass sweater, and we're gonna do a reenactment of Frosty the Snowman on stage, and you're gonna be the snowman while all these kids yeah, and an assembly filled with people and kids and all the classes, and I'm sitting there like pretending to be a fake snowman, and they're just like putting like a little circle on my nose, the little hat, the cog pipe, and they're just parading me around. And it kind of, what it felt like? You ever see Midsummer? It felt like that. That's what it felt like, except I was a child. It was messed up.
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know.
You will, trust me, if you see you'll know. Just pretend it's me as Frosty the Snowman. Also, shout out to Jack Frost. That's a great film.
I mean, yes.
Shout out to Jack Frost Kills.
Yes, that to the horror movie version too as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Random side note, there's a YouTuber named Scott Kramer who did a video, like his last video of the year was about Jack Frost, and essentially any movie associated with Jack Frost, the character, and in essence, I would highly recommend it. His rating system is very interesting. And if you do watch it, let me know, because it is a phenomenal YouTube video, so I would highly recommend it, because I got some really big laughs out of it, being someone who has watched a lot of Christmas movies, and the fact that I did not know that Jack Frost the movie was so universally hated. A lot of people do not like that movie.
I love that movie.
Really? I don't remember. Is that the one where the kid's dad dies and his dad tries to like be a dad by being also a snowman?
Yes, yeah. Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I don't know why people hate that.
We actually talked about it recently because one of the directors of the Marvel movies wrote that movie. So I think actually I'm trying to remember. I think it was the Punisher guy. Now that I think about it. Anyways,
you know what's also a really good Christmas movie, and I've completely forgot about this, even though it's the fucking picture on my Twitter. Friday After Next.
Yes,
I love that movie.
It is a fun movie.
I fucking love that movie.
You know what also I love, Frank? I actually have something for you.
Yes. I was gonna ask you, Mario.
Yes.
When you're gonna do this. Okay.
So we're at the end here, and I want to actually give you a gift, Frank.
Okay.
In order for me to give you a gift, I actually have to make you the front of the screen here. So go ahead, say that. Give me a second. Okay.
Okay, then. Let's
hold on. Let me see. You know what? Let me go ahead and see if I can do this. Give me a second. I'm trying to hide things, and it's a little difficult. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and try this. Here, let's see. All right, Frank, can you see this?
It's funny how everybody seems to know about this, and I don't.
Frank, can you see that?
Yes, I can. Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Wait, are you on feet right now?
Oh, shit. No, hold on.
I see some. Oh.
Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Hold on. So close.
Oh, because you shared your screen.
Yeah. See, this is what I was trying to avoid. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do this. Give me a second. Here you go. Glad I still.
That sucks that Frank's on the other side of the screen.
I know.
Yep.
You have to go all the way to the other side.
There we go. That's all I need. Okay, ready? Here.
Okay.
I'm gonna restart over.
I like how the tags for this video are Halo gameplay Game Pass.
That's right.
Frank Villagomez. This is Solid Snake. I heard from a mutual friend of ours that you eat ass.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
That's pretty cool.
Well, Thank you, Solid Snake, for outing my ass eating. Appreciate it. Yes, Solid Snake, I do indeed eat the booty like groceries.
Oh, shout out to David Hayter. I actually commissioned David Hayter to do that.
That was really David Hayter?
No, it was not David Hayter.
Oh, I was going to say. It was
Sounds like him though, right?
It does,
Sounds
right?
like it's very similar.
Hold on. I gotta do that again. Hold on a second.
Frank Villagomez. This is
That's pretty good,
Solid
though.
Snake. I heard from a mutual friend of ours that you eat ass. I gotta say, that's pretty cool.
Shout out to Philip J. Woodward.
Thank you, childhood hero Solid Snake, for teaching me how to eat ass.
Shout out to Philip J. Woodward for providing me with that.
It's 2021.
Thank you
You
so
gotta eat
much,
ass,
dude.
right? It's 2021.
Thank you so much,
gotta eat
Philip. I
ass.
appreciate it.
And that is the Christmas section of the show. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and hand it right back off to Harv.
Oh man,
That was
Thank you,
amazing.
guys.
I've been holding on that for a month.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I
much.
remember Mario showing it to me. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I love it.
Yeah.
He did all the sound production too for me. I didn't do anything. He did all of
What a
that.
fucking legend.
I did the video. I have to fix it with your face in it. That's why I recorded your face.
But
good.
yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on episode 36 of the Point in Progress podcast.
Yeah.
Where it's a one-stop stop for news, recommendations, and spicy takes. Join 5 friends over 3 different time zones, 2 different countries, as we discuss all things that we love while still thinking critically of them. This has been the Christmas podcast. We're off for 2 weeks now. We'll be back in the new year. New and improved, one would say.
Yeah. New year, new
and
us.
improved. Yeah, exactly. And like by the time in 2022, if you don't eat ass, I don't know what it really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't. Never mind. There was like a Super Bowl video that came out a few years back. We're not gonna talk about it. By the way, if nobody understands the "I eat ass" joke, this is a joke that me and Mario have been doing for years. Somewhere in his house, I don't know if he still has this. He has a shirt that I bought him that just says "I eat ass" in big bold letters. I don't know if I still have that though.
I don't know if I still have it, but you bought that from Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and you had
I bought it
shipped
from
here.
Japan.
And the show.
Yeah,
There we go. I mean, Japan's got it right?
Japan's got it right. Japan knows how to do it.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support in the last 36 weeks that we've been doing this. We started in, I think it was like March or so, right? That's when we started.
February?
14th.
February 14th.
14th, yeah.
That's when we started. So thank you guys all
Holy
for
shit,
the
it's
love
been a
and
whole
all the
year.
support that you guys have shown us, shown the podcast, shown all the stuff that we made on the channel, and all of us individually and wherever we are. Doesn't matter if we're on a different channel. It doesn't matter where we're on different YouTube videos and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much. It really means the world to us. We never thought that we thought that we're just gonna do this kind of in general, and then we started blowing up a little bit, and then we just got to this point where it's like, yeah, we're gonna do something bigger. We're gonna do something better, and that's what we're gonna do for 2022. So stay tuned for all the announcements that we're gonna be doing we're gonna be doing for that year. So again, thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support. It really means a lot to us.
We love you guys so much. We love every
Yeah.
single one of you, especially people come out and watch our Twitch streams and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We're so glad for the support. It's
This is the
been
thing
amazing.
that we just said at some point we're just like, let's just stream it, because like we're not losing anything if we stream this. We're just gaining shit when we stream this, and we're just having fun with it and stuff like that. So you can look at our creative process and how we get into it and all that kind of stuff. So we are an open book when it comes to Point in Progress. So
Yeah. And if there's anything you guys want to see, like us do, by all means, let us know.
Let us
like,
know.
We're always open to like new ideas, new ways to make the podcast better, new ways to make our shorter videos better, our reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the last you'll see. This is the last they see of us this year, right?
This
Like we're
year,
still
yeah.
doing one more thing.
Oh my god.
So this is
we're
the last
gonna
of
be-
the main podcast, yes.
for the main podcast is the last thing. We're going to be doing Game of the Year stuff, which is going to be coming on the last week of December.
Yes.
It's going to be the Game of Year. It's going to be 5 separate videos that we're going to be posting.
Yes.
And edited down by Mario of our individual most the most influential 5 games that we've played this year. It's not game of the year of this year. It's the most 5 games that we played that were influential on us. We did this decision mainly because some of us just didn't play enough games this year to like really have like a solid list. So we're just like, you know what, let's do this this year. Let's get the most influential games. Next year, we're gonna be doing an actual game of the year kind of type thing. And I honestly, that next year, I kind of want to do like a Pip one where we all sit down like Giant Bomb and just kind of like
hash it out,
pound it out kind of type thing,
Fuck.
Pound it out. I definitely want to do something very fun with 3D printing when it comes to these awards. So keep an eye out for that. I will, if you are a company and win something, I will legitimately ship you an award. And you might be a little confused as to who the fuck Point in Progress is, but you will know our name after next year.
Learn.
I
we think this is a bomb.
They'll learn. But guys, I know we usually do outros for all this for all of us here. But really, the main thing I want to say for all of us is thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for all the support and the love. We're going to see you guys at the end or at the start of January. Until then, progress has been made.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. Yeah!
Bye, guys.
Woo.